It's Thursday, and look how full this truck is. Like, slammed.
Yes.
Kevin's eyes are ready for the 4th.
Oh yeah. Had to match the shirt.
That's it. Looks really cool. Man, I can't believe you still got that box on here.
That's the second one.
Oh, that's the second one. Jeez, that thing is sweet, man.
It's probably going to get moved off. I've taken in some used boxes, so I think I'm going to move probably some roll carts and some used boxes on.
Yeah.
Be the week after the 4th. Let everybody get a look of some of the stuff. I'll probably have some Polaroids of the stuff that I have in the warehouse.
Nice. Here's something new. A little bitty baby
Wow.
set. Well, it ain't new, but it's we haven't showed
New to
it.
the truck. That came in Monday or Tuesday this week.
It's a 1/4 to 9/16 SAE set.
I want to say it's a quarter drive at that.
Pretty cool little wobbly socket going on there.
Trying to take them prices off of there. I don't need people.
Oh yeah, somebody be crying about that. Somebody be trying to rewind the video, see what it says.
Yeah.
That looks good too.
That is a powerful little stubby.
You used to call it Stumpy.
I already
now
know.
we've got it figured
I was going
out.
to point that out. I'm glad you, I heard enough. I caught enough flack over Stumpies. That,
I don't care what you can call it whatever you want to. It don't bother me. It don't bother me at all.
I'm trying to think if I had the precision set last
We
week.
did. We showed them, and somebody was talking about how they like those as well.
Man, they're
Hard
good
to
little
beat them.
set. Then did get the 15-inch. I think I had maybe the long straight last week. I
Yeah.
don't know if I had the curved.
So speaking of snap-on pliers, I know you guys have got the new, your version of like the
Snipex.
Knipex Cobras. So I want to know if you guys have bought these, how they work compared to like the Knipex. And then like your Talon grip pliers, you got a pair of them handy? Yeah.
Set this up.
So like these versus like twin grips, for example. Tell me what your guys' opinion are on which pliers are better. Now don't go solely like if you're just like I love snap-on. Like give me your honest opinion, because like I want to know. Because I thought the Cobras and the twin grips were the greatest pliers ever made.
Snipex. That's the ones that we used for comparison last week.
And I'm a fan of them. Like, I really like them. But I have to admit,
Most of my customers like the handle.
The
like
handles,
that's the biggest.
that thicker rubber is nice. I just wonder if they grip and work as well. I'm just curious. Just want to know.
I've had a few people on the thickness of it. They do, because they get in a little bit.
The 10-inch Cobras,
Yeah.
in my opinion, is the perfect plier. Because they open up wide, but they're still small enough, or I should say thin enough, that you can get in and work on stuff. Like, and dude, they bite. When you mash down on them, damn, they just get harder and they just bite.
Well, you can stand on them.
Like, they're
They
crazy.
bite like ours.
Like, it's a fantastic design, and I'm just curious to. Like, I don't know. I don't own the snap-on. Now, I've used the living hell out of the Cobras, and I'm a fan, but like,
I think everybody's used those though.
if it's stripped and I can't get it out with these or the twin grips, that's when the cussing really starts happening right there.
Well, then we got sockets for that.
Yeah. But most of the time,
Extractors.
it's always something. Like, the reason why it strips is because you can't get on it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you can get,
You can't get
like on all these demos you see, it's always like a bolt here that you can get on perfect, Like, that ain't the problem. The problem is, the reason why they strip is because you can't get to them, and that's usually.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look how good that logo looks lit up. Man, that's cool. Look at all these punches. Fella, if you ain't got a punch set to make somebody happy, something's wrong in it. One of every single color.
I started out with about two of every color.
So here is your comfort grip breeches. These are the SAE set. There is your part number, and those sizes on it go from
11/16 to an inch.
So there you go. Somebody was asking about the SAE. I think we talked about the metric set when you had this one up here.
I got the metric set is right there.
Oh, he's got it in green. And there's your metric
And
set.
it's 16 millimeter to 24.
In the green. Very nice. Here is a close-up. So it's the same ratchet handle. You can see it's even got the indent in the bottom. And it looks like they made this round. So I'm sure it steps down and got that little butterfly piece in the middle.
Yeah.
Or do you know if the handles are replaceable on these? Like
They
you
should be.
break them?
Majority of our handles.
You usually don't break them. You usually just drop them and get them beat up and skin up, you know. But that's how they fit on them. You see it's
As long as they don't show abuse, it should. It's every dealer's different uncovering handles.
Sure. I used to would buy handles from my dealer, and they wasn't expensive, you know, and it was really easy
Not at all.
to stick on. So, but I'd get them. You know how you'd bang your ratchet against stuff, and you get those burrs and nicks and all that in there. And
I got a lot of them. Just that bottom piece to be cracked off of it or something like that.
like when you put a pipe on them, and you screw them up. But hey, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. You know, it's just hard in it.
I had those last week.
Oh yeah, those are nice. That's a big one too.
Yeah.
What size is that one? Inch and
got the whole set.
16. Oh, little bitty fella there.
Yeah.
Those
That
are
one's a
nice.
3/8.
You know, one of my favorite tools that I have in my toolbox, and I know a lot of people that's watched this channel is going to remember me showing these. I bought a new set of snap-on crow's feet.
Yeah.
And I liked them. And then I got an old set that belonged to my uncle, and they actually had this hole back here as well.
Really?
Yeah. And the cool part about that is we would work on a lot of just, you know, just weird diesel engines, you know, whether it being little Kubotas or whatever. And the reason why I liked them with the hole in the back side like that is so you could use a little bitty extension, and you would have a little bitty stubby wrench. So like you might could get in this way and break it loose, but like when you go to run it out, it would take forever because you're, you know, quarter turn, you'd have to flip it over kind of thing. And you could put those on there with like a 2-inch extension.
Yeah.
And you get pretty much do anything you want to do.
It's a little midget.
Yeah. Worked great. So if you guys can
little
find
ratchet.
they're hard to find. You can still find them if you look on eBay though. You'll find the crowfoot wrench sets, and they'll have that square drive hole in the top like those were, and also on that back side. And I promise you, those things are worth every single penny. You may not use them but once a year, but you'll be like, man, I'm glad I got that set.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Somebody was
the
asking
metric.
for this wrench set part number too, if we have
Oh, I
it.
think last week it was the standard set that I had here. This week it is the metric. Part number will be on
Hold
it'll
on a
be the
second.
RR.
There you go. You ask and you shall receive.
It amazes me that I was in the automotive field, I guess would be the best way. So most of the stuff I worked on was metric.
Yeah.
That still sort of takes me back when I saw most of my SAE stuff first, like standard.
Yeah.
Because I always needed metric. It was very rare that I had
working
any
on
standard.
agricultural and off-road and tractors and pretty much any diesel, you gotta have both. And it sucks, you know, like the guys that just work on cars all the time, they don't need SAE.
No.
And if they do, most of the time they can use a metric in the spot of it, right?
Or it's going to be something small enough that you at least have the standard. Because I had standard, but I didn't have like up to the big standard.
Working on all the crap we did, man, you'd have to have all the way from an 1/8 inch up to 3 inch, 3.5 inch, and then you'd have to have the metric equivalent as well.
Jeez, yeah.
Which
you end up needing a lot of.
Your Snap-on guy loves you, but
set.
your wife and your bank account hates it. So
They enjoy it
anyway,
too. Keeps the money fresh in the account.
Little plug socket. And if you guys, another big truck thing here.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those, and then like that's
a lot of guys will actually use their ratchets instead of using.
It's off.
Yeah, it's just a little off, and you'll get that wiggle in there, and eventually it'll strip on you.
Yeah, wear it completely out.
Those plug sockets are the way to go. So.
I guess we do have BOGOs on the truck right now. Buy the deeps and get the shallows. Everybody keeps on moving them. Get the shallows for free.
Can't beat that. Those are good little trays too. I like those little trays.
And that's actually in the flyer, so shouldn't no one get mad at me for that.
BOGO. There you go. Yeah. I'm going to say most of the Snap-on dealers that probably watch this are the ones that don't get mad. It's the ones that, selling carpet on their truck. It's got all the empty spots and they have to order all the shit for their customers that don't keep a truck full of stuff. That's probably the dealers that get aggravated.
But I get a lot of people that transfer to my area from other dealers. They start getting out and like, wow.
All I can tell you, if you're a dealer and you suck, like, hey, get your crap together or find you something else to do and put that right on somebody that wants to work. It's better for you, the company, and your customers.
It's hard to keep a full truck like this.
It's hard to sell it if you ain't got it too.
Yeah, that's
because the number one thing, like a lot of times in my tool purchases, especially early on, because we've been fortunate. We've had some good Snap-on guys here.
Yeah.
Now, up until Michael and Leslie started running the Matco truck, we didn't have a good Matco guy at all. Like it sucked.
Who was the guy before?
Oh, there was like 4 of them. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not even gonna call his name because he's running an independent route now. But and it ain't Joe for you guys that's wondering. It's not Joe. But anyway, he I would try to buy Snap-on first.
Yeah.
Just because I like my guy. But a lot of times I need a tool. He didn't have it. He'd have to order it. The other guy would show up the next day and he would have the tool. And that's how a lot of my other brand of tools ended up in my box. And it was just because.
How a lot, if you're a technician, there's many times I bought, like whoever showed up that day was definitely making the sale.
Yeah. And the bad part about it is, a lot of the times you'll look at the quality and price of the tools, and most people would pick the Snap-on, especially with some of the specialty stuff, because like Snap-on's really good at like.
Well, when you knock it down, like they showed us like competitors and stuff like that, like in training. And then when you break it down to weekly payments, you're only paying maybe $2 or $3 extra a week to have Snap-on as opposed to having a competitor.
Now the crappy part about being brand loyal, and I can speak from experience here, is when you don't have that dealer and you're sitting there with a box full, but luckily it's not too hard to warranty Snap-on online, but it's still it's not as easy as walking on a truck handing it to somebody.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's just a call away.
That's it. Dude, you got her full. It's always full.
Well, I deal with a lot of 24-hour service.
Yeah.
So like I have guys hit me up in the middle of the night and they'll be trying to meet me the next day. So I've got to have what they need on the truck.
I was just looking at all the different colors.
I did get in some of my quarters.
A little bitty fella there. So, are they doing the synergy in the quarter, or is it just in the 3/8?
Like the other handles that I had that time?
No, like, see how thick this head is?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this head's as thick as the synergy 3/8.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, that's the advantage of the synergy, in my opinion, is the thinness of the head.
And that might, I don't know. Honestly, I do not know. You've asked me something that I will definitely have to check on. Yeah, that would probably be the long one with the handle. I never really paid much attention to the thickness.
That is the reason. Here comes another one of those I learned from experience deal. I was working on some stuff one time, and a buddy of mine had a lot of you guys will know him from the channel, and he used to do a lot of videos. But Jay Young, he had a Matco fixed head ratchet one time, and we was working on a backhoe and could not get a ratchet in there. We was going to like do it all with ratcheting wrenches.
Huh.
That Matco head was so thin.
Get in there and
We could get it in there and work. And that's the reason why I bought my first. That was the first Matco. I got the exact same one he had because we was doing a lot of those kind of jobs. And after that, I like the thin heads, dude.
Yeah.
They're hard to beat them. Dang, son, you ought to have them on sale, as many of them as you got sitting back there.
Oh, they are. They are.
Everything's every tool truck, no matter what it is,
everything's
it's always
on
on sale.
Yeah.
Every time.
I way overstocked on those, but those I was running with the keg for that keg raffle. Which apparently no one needs as many pry bars as I thought they needed, so it's been a rough raffle, that's for sure. But
there you go.
It'll come to an end eventually.
Yep. Buy an extension set, you get a...
Oh, that's so old. I shouldn't even have that on the truck.
Okay.
I have. Well,
Forget y'all saying that.
No, I still have one set. I still got one set of those mugs, so that's why I haven't.
He's
pulled
got
it down
one.
completely.
Your dealer may not.
As long as I still have the stuff on the truck, I try and keep the same deals going.
All right, guys. Well, that'll wrap it up this week. And like always, hopefully you guys have a great 4th of July holiday tomorrow. Kevin's already in the spirit. I was expecting to see some fireworks shooting out of his ears or something as patriotic as he looked today. But like always, guys, thanks for hanging out with us on this Thursday. If you like that video, hit that thumbs up. Check over here for merchandise, cool tools, and discount codes down here. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Take your finger, click the button. Y'all have a great one. See ya.